Ariel Helwani in Buffalo, New York, alongside the reigning, defending UFC light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier, who meets Rumble Johnson for the second time this Saturday at UFC 210, live on
Finally.
pay-per-view.
Finally.
How are you, Daniel?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I'm liking this look right here. Long
I got the
beard.
Yeah, I'm looking a little scruffy.
No, this is
A
good.
few too many grays in there. I'm getting old.
What does this signify?
Just training. No time to go to the barbershop. Rudy, my boxing coach, Rudy's actually a barber. And he came to my house one morning. I had to go to do some interview. And I was like, maybe you should just cut my hair, but just leave the beard because it'll take too long.
Are we keeping this for the fight?
Probably not.
Okay.
I've grown it before and just shaved it on the day of the fight. It's kind of my tradition. The morning of the fight, I get a haircut, so I'll get it all cleaned up.
Honestly now, we are not that far away from Endicott, New York. Their most famous son, Jon Jones, always said that he would rather fight here than at MSG, that this was a bigger deal for him. He is currently under suspension. You, of all people, his bitter rival is headlining with the belt that he once wore. Do you take any satisfaction out of this? Like, does this actually make you laugh inside?
I do. I was like, well, because it's so ironic, right, to say that I would rather fight here than in Madison Square Garden. But you can't because you tested positive or because you ran over some lady or you did something. Like, you did something to make sure you cannot do the one thing you want to do. It's crazy. To me, it's like, wow. Like it's really not that hard to stay out of trouble. You know, yeah, I think it's funny. But he's going to be here, which in itself is crazy.
Are you surprised?
Yes, very. Because if I was suspended for anything, especially for something that, whatever it may have said to be, and I'm still suspended, there's no way I'm out in public. I'm staying home. I lick my wounds until my suspension is done, and then I come back out. But I think that says a lot about your character. Because are you truly sorry for what you did if you're willing to still prance around, even though you're actually still under suspension? They can't they can't talk to me about a fight against Jon Jones. He is not eligible. And when he's eligible, then we can talk. Because being here this weekend, and then I'm going down the street and I see a poster for an after party. What genius did that?
And he's doing like an autograph sign or a picture
What
thing?
genius decided to give Jon Jones, a recovering alcoholic, an after party? Who does it? Great job, Malky. Awesome work, buddy. Jeez.
And he's charging for photos and things like that. They're doing a media thing with him on Friday. Does this bother you?
Doesn't bother me. I just think he's desperate. Very desperate. He's like the old quarterback that was super successful in high school, and he comes back to the parties with his jacket on. Should be fighting here, not hanging around wearing your varsity jacket with your 4 state championships.
So you're with Rumble a lot. You have to do all this media. I mean, the second go-around here, as far as the fight is concerned, second go-around in the last 4 months. Are you getting tired of this, man, being around you?
It doesn't bother me. You know, during the media, we're together, but outside of that, we don't. I mean, obviously, we don't see each other.
Yeah.
We don't hang out, so it's like short pockets of time.
It feels like you big brother him, though. I see some pictures, you're like, oh, I made him stand during this interview. You try to say, do you feel like you are getting in his head? He says no, but do you feel like you are?
I'm not trying to get in his head. He just knows. If there's a big brother, little brother situation, he knows. He recognizes it. Anthony Johnson knows. He knows who's the boss in this situation. I'll show him on Saturday. Look, Anthony Johnson's a tough guy. He's a guy that has a lot of punching power, a guy that's very fast. But I was watching the first fight again, and Anthony Johnson was ready for me to finish him in the second round. The time just ran out. He tried to roll over to his stomach, but I wouldn't let him. Watch it. When I cut him, he tried to roll to his belly and give me his back to choke him out, but I wouldn't let him. I cross-faced him back down, and I elbowed him some more. Time ran out. Third round, he did the same thing. Threw the punches, gave it one last shot to knock me out, and when he realized it wasn't happening, turned over, gave me his back, and let me choke him. He knows. He knows how this goes.
You still think he's a quitter?
Tried to quit twice in that last fight. And I believe that when a guy's losses all look the same, there's something to it. You know, if a guy always gets finished by turning to his belly and going flat, he's probably putting himself in that position. If a guy always gets choked by a rear choke, he's probably putting himself in that position. I won't give him opportunities to knock me out. I'm going to make his ass work from start to finish.
Considering how the first fight went and your resume, does it blow your mind that you're the underdog, the betting underdog? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think people fall in love with the knockout. It's the Mike Tyson effect. Oh, this guy's going to knock Daniel out. No, he's not. Says who? Some guy that writes a line for a Vegas casino? Fans just betting their money? It's what you remember. My last fight against Anderson Silva, people may have thought it's a horrible fight, but for me, I fought the greatest fighter of all time, took him down, controlled him, took no damage. All he did was kick me in the side one time. Hey, that's pretty good for me. It's a good day at the office. So, the fight before that was Gustafsson, where I went through the fire. I don't know what this is based on. If you watch the first fight and you look at the people that I have beaten in a very early part of my career, I fought Jeff Munson at 7 fights in. You would not think that Anthony and I are that even. But let him keep believing.
I know you are very proud of the fact that you are the captain of AKA. It has been a tough time for the team. You had to pull out, Kane had to pull out, Rockhold had to pull out, Khabib had to pull out. Do you almost relish the opportunity to say, okay, we're back, and it starts with me? Like, you have to be the first guy to actually show up, headline, get a win, and get the team back on track, because not that long ago, we thought there might be 4 champions at AKA. Things haven't gone your way. Do you view it that way?
I do. I take a lot of pride in my team. I love my team. I love all those guys, man. Those guys are the greatest fighters in the world. It's just unfortunate. You know, we really don't do things much differently than anybody else. We just work hard. You know, that's why when our guys get to the fights and we fight, we have success. Between 4 guys, I'm not sure there are many people in MMA that have better resumes than all of us combined. Yes, I do relish knowing that I'm the guy that gets to go out with the AKA flag and start to and just stick it in the ground and go, we're coming back. And this will be a big year for us, because I truly do believe Cain Velasquez is the best heavyweight in the world. I truly do believe Luke Rockhold is the best middleweight in the world. And I really believe with all my heart, without a shadow of a doubt, nobody at 155 pounds can beat Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's impossible. Those guys are just that good.
I heard a rumor that you, obviously I know you're a big pro wrestling fan, and I was told that you're such a big pro wrestling mark and such a big Bobby Roode mark that his glorious entrance song is actually your ringtone. Is that true?
It is my ringtone.
If I call you right now, will it play?
You call me right now.
I want to try this.
Bobby Roode
So I'm gonna call Daniel Cormier's phone.
I didn't know that he's had such a great.
I'm gonna call Daniel Cormier's phone right now, because I saw you tweet about this, and we're gonna see. Oh man, people texting me. I mean, everyone. Okay, here we go. This is very exciting, because at first, now my phone just froze. Could you believe that? Okay, here we go. So I'm calling Daniel Cormier right now. Here it is, and your phone's actually gonna play the glorious.
There it is.
There it is. Sing it.
No.
It's actually true. The biggest wrestling mark on the roster. His ringtone. That is unbelievable. Almost fitting.
Oh,
prior to that, it was Nakamura, wasn't it?
It was Nakamura before, and I never thought anyone would replace Shinsuke until I saw Bobby Roode and all his gloriousness on Saturday night at NXT Orlando.
And you
he
switched.
was in a white robe, and it was just this choir. It was crazy. It's like the best entrance I've ever heard.
Nakamura debuted yesterday. You know that?
The fans are just singing the song the entire time. It's great. I love it.
Did you see Nakamura debut?
He went out with his violinist.
Yeah.
It was awesome. He's all. What is that? What does that even mean? What is that?
What are the chances you come out to that song? Is that possible?
I would try, man, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to go back to my old song.
Okay, all right.
Regular.
Lil Wayne and
Lil
Drake.
Wayne, right above it. Yeah, right above it. Right back.
How about that? That just
What?
made my day.
Bobby
You are a
Roode.
man.
You've probably been watching that for hours. You're like,
All
he's amazing.
over and over. I just stumped. I remember him from TNA back in the day. I didn't even know.
He's
and
the
then
man.
and then I found out you were a mark for him.
He's glorious.
A good Canadian boy.
He kind of reminds me of like Arn Anderson. So I'm like, this dude's the man. I love Arn Anderson, you know?
Well, Daniel, good to see you. Good luck on Saturday. Can't wait for it. I expect nothing short of a glorious performance out of you.
Wow. That was awesome. Glorious.
Thank you, DC.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
man. I appreciate it. Thank you.